Oh, what's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Sorry for the delayed kickoff. Today has been a doozy. Amazon cutting 14,000 managers. How we get that many managers? I'll explain. Also, mediocre managers will be cut. This is a thing, okay? Fair market value. Listen, I laugh when I come online, and the only time certain people talk about fair market value is when they're talking about dating and mating, and not their skills, not their job, not their capacity to think, just women, women, women. So anyway, long story short, let's get into it. Let's talk about macroeconomics. And again, I apologize for the onset of the delay show, but listen, all right. Is the thing you're holding on to worth what people will pay? And so many people are waking up to the fact that they want things. They really do. And no one will pay them for what they want. It's a tough one. I apologize. I'm so sorry, but that is how that goes. Okay. So let's get into it. What part of the cycle are we in? If you're in DFW right now, you know, you've looked around, you see how dry it is. A lot of times you guys kept saying, when Erica, why you keep saying October 2023 was when the recession started? And I can tell you personally, as a person who is working in new construction, working with loans, and also in several financial groups and Discord groups with people who had got 100,000 funding, 200,000 in funding, 300,000 in funding. All of a sudden, their lines were being cut. October 2023, that whole month, everybody's lines is getting cut. I'm talking about people with businesses that make $2-3 million a year, never had a problem, never late on their bills, automatic payment deduction out of the account. Lines getting cut left and right. Okay. I started noticing people having a harder time closing deals, closing construction loans, closing other types of loans. So when I talk about this, they're kind of like, well, Erica, do you know where you getting this information from? And I'm like, I was saying the recession started October 2023 because all of a sudden the liquidity started coming out of the marketplace. Okay. And so it was like a balloon was being deflated. So now here we are. It's October again, October 2024. And folks is limping. They limping along, okay? And it's that time. It's about that good 2-year window shakeout from, the pandemic and from 2021. People were sloshing in the good times. And people should be what? Letting go of houses, letting go of commercial property, letting go of a lot of things. But it's not happening. Why is it not happening? People have been able to float for a long time on credit. What's also happening in November? The student loans are now going to be reporting on your credit. So a lot of people who have been getting these credit cards, they've been playing these games. They've been skiing along. They've been in ATL with John out there living the good life. They've been in Tampa with Angelo, partying up. The credit's been like, But we all know what happens in September. The kids go back to school, really late August. The kids go back to school. The moms go back and get part-time jobs. The dads are like, whoa, thank God they stopped eating me out of house and home. But what's happened is the time of cycles where there would be available discounts. There would be homes on the market that were cheaper. There'd be all this stuff available. It's not happening like it should. Now, if you're in the DFW, like I was getting ready to say, last couple times I've been in the DFW, that commercial in Addison, that commercial in Richardson, I'm talking about zombie land. I'm talking about dead zone. I'm talking about the way they build a lot of Dallas homes is they already got a office at home. What are they coming to work for? And so a lot of people, because it's that time for some players to exit the marketplace, because commercial loans for real estate are much different. We're talking about 10 years max. Most people got 3 to 5 years, 3 to 6 years. They can't refinance. They like, hey, we need to sell this today to whoever will pay. Sell it, let it go. This is why people keep trying to tell you, you want to buy a business? You want to buy a building? You want to buy commercial buildings? You're taking over someone's shitty loan, and the bank, if they're lucky, will refinance it. We'll reshape it up for you. We'll retune it up. We'll go, hey, new person, no problem. We're going to work with you. They are not working with the current owner. They just won't. Another thing, when people talk about, I'm going to buy somebody else's business, I want you to understand, the goal is to buy their book of business, but you're going to also get their staff. You're going to also get some other headaches. And so now you're coming into these businesses not realizing you're going to have to front some cash, 1 for leads, 2 for retraining, 3 for new staff, and 4 for advertising. Like, hey, under new management, new company taking over. And so this kind of a thing of like, you're buying an already running, moving business is false marketing, in my opinion, right? Because it is. There's something I put on the community wall. It's a 55-year-old guy. He's been a manager. He was a manager at a company. They let him go in 2019. He got to go back. They let him go in 2023. Now, at my point is, who did you know at the company that called you back and said, hey, man, come back? And then they let you go again. See, that ain't even funny, right? That would piss me off. But what you're going to have is a ton of managers, and God bless the guy. He looks like somebody's dad. It's okay. He doesn't look like a standout rock star manager. And looks can be deceiving. This is true. But when I saw this guy, I just thought to myself, this is like somebody's dad. He comes in, he lets you come in late, he lets you clock in late. You don't make your quota, he cool. You know, he ain't gonna push you too hard. And so he's a middle of the road manager. And why does this matter? Because places like Amazon, and this is a technique, this is taught Cardone Ventures, this is taught at a lot of training places. They'll teach you how do you recruit people to your company. And this is, you can look this up, I'm not making this up. You'll have a senior position and a junior position and a shift leader. Now, let's be really honest. You only needed one. You probably only needed a shift leader, but you're putting these here so people have the illusion of climbing the ladder. People stay with companies because they think they can move up. They can apply to the job. I don't know if you've ever been on a job and they're like, oh, we're just waiting to see if we can find a good manager. And people on staff be like, well, damn, nobody in here a good manager? Nobody in here could be moved up? And so these are things that happen, right, on the job. They just do. And so what happens is really these are ghost jobs. These are illusion jobs to get you working harder for the potential to move up to this imaginary job where you're the manager now. So Amazon's telling you they got 14,000 managers. Where? How? Who? Is this over cities? Is this over regions? Is this over states? Is this over internationally? Is this, you know, there's no kind of context clues they're giving you. If y'all can let go of 14,000 managers, how many managers do y'all have? And if you're a manager right now at Amazon, you're probably looking at yourself like, what the? 14,000 managers? I'm not special. No, Bill, you're not special. I'm so sorry. It's unfortunate. And why is that important? Because what they've done is created this ladder of illusion. It's a ladder of illusion. You're going to move up the ladder. You're going to make more money. You just keep putting your hard work in here at Amazon, and it's all going to be Gucci. Let me tell you, the best thing you could have did have been doubling down on how many stocks you owned at that company. And that's it. That's your best bet, really, owning a bunch of stock from that company. But what's happening is people are leaving some of these management roles and can't get another role like it. They just can't get another role like it. And instead of hearing the harsh truth, many people say it's ageism, America. Some of it is ageism, but a lot of it is how people think. Well, I just want to come to work, do my work, and leave me alone. They don't want to do teamwork. They don't want to do creative ideals. They don't, you know how they say, work with the team. Listen, come on, Thomas. You already know that's what I'm saying. A lot of hideout management jobs are getting eliminated. I keep telling y'all, I told y'all this maybe 2-3 years ago. If you're not producing sales for that company, what are you doing? Oh, I manage the staff. I do this. You're basically like the whip horse. Y'all do y'all work now. Come on now, y'all do y'all work. That man upstairs said, y'all do y'all work. Like, and that's what you are. You're the whip horse. And so immediately, if I have been a manager, okay, now there's some elite companies. McKinsey is elite. They only take 1% of people who apply, and hundreds of thousands of people apply. They accept less people than Harvard. Harvard accepts 3% of applications. McKinsey is 1%. Okay. And they pay people at their consulting firm $120 out the gate to $250. And you don't even have to be a business anything. You're literally fresh out of Harvard. There's a girl off YouTube. You probably seen her with brown hair in New York, fresh out of Stanford. She's a business consultant. That's why I tell y'all all the time, y'all sitting here like, well, the person don't know trucking unless they're the truck driver, CEO, CDL holder, everything. They, the accountant, baby, it don't take rocket science to recognize patterns, to look at your company and go, this and this and this is wrong. This is how normal companies are ran. Your shit is raggedy, aka this is wrong, that is wrong. That's not rocket science. McKinsey pays people $150K a year coming out of college to come visit your location, observe you, and go, yeah, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And this is how we can change it. Now, what is it? Why do people pay McKinsey company to do this? One, at the certain levels, they want to get bank funding. And the bank's like, it looks like you got a mess over there. Have you had outside evaluation? And so then they go get an outside evaluation from McKinsey. And McKinsey goes, well, let me tell you the things you can do to improve. Now they've heard the list of things they can do to improve. And McKinsey goes, would you like us to keep coming out here for the next year to 2 years to help you improve? And you're going to pay us lots of money. And the person's like, oh my God, yes, because now with this evaluation, I can go to the bank and get more money. That was the old way. Okay. That was the old way. That's how we did it. We still do it like that. McKinsey still does it at that level. But when people sit here and try to argue with me, when they're like, well, Erica, you don't know because you didn't listen, baby, it's all patterns. It's advisory work. We're watching patterns. 9 times out of 10, when people call me on the phone, I've been on so many phone calls, I can hear it and I go, tell me a little bit more. What do you really want to do? Don't tell me what you think sounds beautiful to me. Tell me what you want to do. Now, also, here's a reason why consulting companies are so plentiful. Sometimes the boss doesn't want to be a bad guy. So then they bring in the Bain Capitals, the McKinseys, and they say, oh, you know what, Barb? McKinsey said we got to let go of some people. McKinsey said we got to do some recruitment. Oh, McKinsey said in order to get this bank loan, we got to do A, B, C, and D. Oh my God, McKinsey said this. Now, there's a rule, McKinsey, when you work there, you got to answer your phone or respond to every email, every call within 15 minutes. Let me say that again. You have to answer your phone or respond to every email, phone call, or text within 15 minutes. It's really one of the reasons why McKinsey has so many people burn out and exhausted, even with high pay, because they're literally on a 15-minute who texts you, respond. Now, what is this doing? This is training people to advise some business owner who's in distress. Oh my God, I just told the staff what you told me to tell them, and they're pissed with me. Now you call them back and gas them back up again. Hey, you go in that office, you tell them they're going to do it today, right? I mean, whatever, right? They make somebody the imaginary bad guy. And this is what a lot of y'all don't understand. A lot of y'all want to go buy somebody's business in the middle of a recession, not knowing you're going to have to come in and be the bad guy. No, we cannot do that. Stay focused on the topic. Stay focused on the topic. And if you're in the tech group, go in the tech group and ask that. Okay. So why is this important? Why does this make sense? Why do I talk about this? Because 9 times out of 10, the most logical, basic answer is the answer. When somebody goes, hey man, I've been an accountant and I'm tired of being an accountant because it's boring and I'm 40 and I want to do something different. I'm gonna be like, go call Brandy. Because 9 times out of 10, what you need to do is go be an elite accountant. Fire all your bad clients and go higher up and be an elite, expensive accountant. And they're gonna be like, oh, but I always dreamed of being a painter. Baby, what do you know? What is in your wheelhouse of power? What are you good at? What have you been putting 20 years into? Baby, if you don't get out my face and go be an accountant. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand what's happening is a lot of people, now is the time to shine. If you are truly that manager, if you're in your 50s and you begging companies to let you back in the door to be a manager, you should have in your 50s, again, this is always ideally, not always, you should have enough lines of credit, a home, something you can take money from, right? Which people don't like to hear that, but there's no point in having assets if you can never risk them, you can never sell them. It's just paper money. It's monopoly money. If you're like, man, I got this house, my house is worth $700,000. Oh, you took money out, you're selling it? No, I'm not selling it. Then why are you telling me what it's worth? You can't get that money out unless you refinance or you do a HELOC. So you're telling me this for what? My value of it is 700,000. And that means what? I built it for 200. Like, I literally had a luncheon today, conversation with somebody saying, I built this for 250,000 and it's worth 600. And in my head, I'm like, who you selling that house to in Austin today for 600? Who? In this area? No, baby. It can be 600 on paper, but that's it. It's on paper. Same way with these people saying, I deserve to be paid 150 to move boxes at the port. Baby, on paper, on fair market value on paper, do you believe that? Let that union gas y'all up. I feel you for sure. But a lot of times when people tell me, well, I've been a manager all these years and I've been looking for a job and I've been applying. Dude, I'm just going to say it. There is a company I keep telling y'all about on this channel. I literally pay $97 a month. I've shown it to other clients how to do it. I did it for a client. We paid that AI $97 a month, put their resume in there, and it applied for thousands of jobs for them. And guess what? They paid me to do that. Okay. And so you're literally just, again, middleman to millions can be a million things, but y'all not ready to hear that. And so you're sitting here telling them, let the AI apply. A quarter of these jobs are ghost jobs anyway. Let the AI apply to 300 to 1,000 jobs a month and keep it pushing. And then when their people are serious or they really want to do an interview with you, they'll hit you up. Your emails will be full. But no, some people are like, I'm going to save $2 and I'm going to not pay a recruiter, which most recruiters you don't have to pay. They get paid from the company. I'm not going to pay any app to apply. I'm going to get up every day, pour me a cup of coffee and type up 2 applications a day. Like the old school. I'm going to beat the payment. Somebody told me that the other day. It was so funny. They were like, a family member told somebody to go beat the payment. They were like, beat the payment? What is this, 1994? Again, y'all living and talking with people who are in 1994. Their mindset has not moved 30 years. They haven't moved. I told somebody the other day, I thought about starting this YouTube channel where I just go pay a young man to knock doors of vacant lots and houses that are run down and go cut the grass. And they were like, why would you do that, Eric? I said, those channels, it's like the hoof cutting channels. It's like the whatever. For whatever reason in America, we love to reward lazy, stupid people. It just is what it is. I know you're like, Erica, you're talking down to people. Yeah, I am. I'm so sorry. I will watch those channels as background noise, or I'll turn it on fast forward 1.x speed or something. And without a doubt, every single video is some mom, some lady in there looking frumpy. Oh, my ankle hurts, so I ain't cut my grass in a whole year. What? Oh, I got 4 sons in here, but we couldn't get no gas money to cut the lawn. And my 4 sons just can't do it. And the sons be grown, football-sized quarterbacks coming out the house, running backs coming out the house, defensive players. Get them big ass kids to cut that grass. But you'll see people in the comments, oh my God, thank you for helping that single mother. Thank you for helping that family. They needed that grass cut. You delivered them. And when I read these comments, y'all, the first thing I thought is like, what young person can I go find, other than my nephew, because he don't like the camera stuff. He like, I ain't got time for that. What young person can I go find? Get a truck, wrap the truck, say we cut grass for free. Abandoned wild grass for free. I'm giving y'all a game here. And literally have the little YouTube channel on the back of the truck. Barcode somewhere. YouTube, look at this, whatever. And literally pay him to go around and cut grass at least a couple times. Because there's some of those guys, they only cut grass like they'll start the first of the month. They'll cut 5 grass. They film the whole thing and then they spend the rest of the month editing all those videos. Y'all didn't know that. You think they're going out every day. No, they literally film all the stuff the first week of the month, edit all the videos, and then drop them every week. And a lot of these guys are making $1 million off YouTube because people want to watch single moms not cut their grass. People want to watch elderly people who have adult children, grass grown up to their hip, cut their grass. People want to watch hoarders get their backyards unhoarded. People like watching that stuff. They love it. And so I just was like, man, that's something I'm going to do. That's why I'm just going to make a little media company off to the side, and all the money come in there, Google AdSense come in there. I'm just, here's your check. Thank you. Pay the editor. Here's your check. Y'all make sure that stuff get posted. Have a great day. Because that's how easy business is, and nobody wants to hear that. Because they're gonna be like, well, Erica, how much you gonna pay for the lawnmower? How much you gonna pay for the weed whacker? How much you gonna pay for gas in the lawnmower, Erica? How much you gonna pay for the truck? Man, we gonna find some little 10K truck and some little trailer. It's about $1,000, $2,000 over there at Home Depot, Lowe's, and fill that bad boy up. See, people want to get in the weeds. You ever talk to people about owning rental properties? Oh, toilets and people calling you late at night and bed bugs and, the roof might need to be replaced. And it's the most saddest thing to ever hear somebody when they start talking about, you might have to do maintenance on it. If you buy a car, you got to change the oil. What? What? This is how our society, we're not as bad as Japan. Japan, like, to do entrepreneurship is like less than 1% in Japan. We're in America, we still believe heavily, like, I can start something and I can make more money and get more respect and all this other stuff. But the average person is very fearful in America. What if it goes wrong? I'd rather stay at my job and let my boss crap on me every day and cry about it and tell you about it. This is how people think. They'll do 20, 30 years in a house and I hate this house. I hate this neighborhood. They won't clean the yard. They won't fix a window. If you see the outside of the house like that, I don't care what they tell you the inside look like. Oh, my inside of my house is clean. Ma'am, it can't be. You just walk through 5 feet of grass full of ticks and bugs. Get out of here with that. Stop it. Now, all that to say, I'm wrapping it back around. If these people are the great managers they think they are and should be rehired, they should be able to go to any of these small businesses they find on Indeed and go, hey, are you looking for a manager? I manage high-level companies. I can manage your smaller level company if you can create a role or you're looking for that role. But most people, like right here, Thomas said, they don't want that smaller management job because you actually have to produce. They want to go to big companies so they can hide, be like, oh, it's for the benefits. Many small companies have benefits. To qualify even to call yourself a small business in America, you have to have 100 employees to 1,500 employees. So majority of companies, like 80% of companies in America, are small businesses. So many of y'all think small business mean your Uncle Ricky's barbecue shop that got 10 people working at it. That's not small business. Officially, according to USDA, according to SBA, small businesses, 100 people on staff to 1,500 people. Okay. So look, if this person's the manager they say they are, and these are two options, they can start a daycare. Everybody's like, not a daycare, F them kids. Listen, you're just the manager. You own the daycare. You get the certificate. You lease out the house that gets approved for the area, or you lease out the commercial space that's on discount right now. And then you receive kids. You got to be strong with the marketing. You got to be strong with the word of mouth. You got to get that staff in there. You got to get loaded up on kids. Okay? But if you're the manager you say you are, you should be able to do that. Adult daycare, adult visiting facilities, where it's literally the adults are only there during the day and then their family member comes and gets them in the afternoon. If you're the manager you say you are, you could hire care staff, a bingo coordinator, a salsa dancer that comes in and dances with the old people, an activities person. So really you're just rotating every day of the week, some activities people coming in, you're managing that. Okay? If you're the manager you say you are, if you're the manager of these big companies, those are two examples. Now, why am I bringing this up? A lot of people say, well, Erica, we're not in a recession. The government didn't say we were in a recession. If you look at the news today, the government's like, hey, probably, the beginning of 2025 will be in a recession. Probably the beginning. Literally talk to real estate people, not just residential, not just flippers, not just new construction builders. Talk to commercial real estate folks. They're like, baby, we in it right now. And the time that people have ran out for them to refinance these loans and get back right with the bank is now. Syndications that lost those apartment complexes and lost commercial spaces, they're buying now. I drove past this one area here in Far West in Austin. It's a place called Far West. It's a lot of commercial space that was like in a Jewish area. And a lot of them older people, they done sold their business. So they don't need the commercial little office anymore. So they're trying to sell them. You go in them, they got the old carpet in them. Ain't painted in forever. You like, you want to sell this for how much? Okay, sir. Well, call me back when you get serious. If you can see the emails and the invoices I have from 2 email lists I'm signed up to, it's wild. Because what's happening is they're having to start take seller financing. It used to be no seller financing. When I live here in Austin, I'm telling you, you go, hey, interested in seller financing. F you. This is Austin. No one takes seller financing. Now you're starting to see the emails. The owner would be interested in seller financing with a good down payment. Open to seller financing. Open to creative funding. Open, like now all of a sudden the tables have turned, and what y'all got to realize is there's a shift. Every 2 to 5 years there's a shift. We're, for people, and I'm not discouraging anybody, for people who are going to lose their job in December or January this year coming up, this is the beginning of a rough 2 years for them. Because the person who just wants to apply for a job and just show up for a job and get a check, it's about to be a rough 2 years for you. That's a lot of people looking for a check. That's a lot of people looking to show up and do bare minimum. It's about to be a rough 2 years for you. For a person who's starting out as far as gaining clients, gaining opportunities, looking at commercial space, you about to have a blast the next 2 years. When I sit here and tell you about Middleman to Millions, y'all think I'm joking. Look at Florida, look at Georgia, look at South Carolina, look at North Carolina, look at Tennessee. You got people from Texas on the news, sleeping on the ground, in the back of the truck, by the truck, popping tents up. Those guys are going to be working. Of course, they're doing some free stuff. Of course, they're doing some free cleanup here and there. They're moving a few trees out of the way. Because guess what? While they're out there, they're talking to the cleanup crews and the guys who already have government contracts. Y'all think I was joking about Eric Coffey being here on the channel? Literally, there's a guy who was on Facebook, super popular in Colombia. He literally posted on Facebook, we're paying $3,000 a week for cleanup. You'll get food and you'll get board. Call this number. Spots are limited. That's a government contract, y'all. Ain't nobody paying y'all $3,000 a week to clean up unless they got a government contract, and they got to fulfill it, and they got to fulfill it now. Because a lot of the stuff I've already looked online, they're paying $15 an hour. There's one other company's paying $19 an hour. Why are they doing that? Because they got government contracts already. They done got selected. They done got funded. They done told, bring yourself on down. We're your people. And now they got a mad dash to fill these spots. But y'all gonna learn again. So all the guys that ran over there, they're helping with cleanup. They're doing all this nice work. They're doing free stuff. It's really so they can be neck and neck. Who's the company that brought you here? What's the name of your coordinator? Who's the name of this? Who's the name of that? Who's the name of this? You don't think the Red Cross and all them organizations and churches are writing down your name and your company's name and your truck name and all this stuff? Yeah, this guy named Bill Hickens from Dallas, Texas came out here and helped us for 2 days. He's a good one. Let's see if he'll do this work. Let's see if the insurance company will approve him. That's how that goes down right now. So what does that do? That pulls Bill out of the Dallas market and puts him back where? In the storm path. So what does that happen in the Dallas market while Bill's over there doing storm work? Put in the comments, what happens in Dallas while Bill is over in Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida doing storm work? Put it in the comments. And I'll read some of y'all stuff here while we're in here. This is true. Skillism. Advisory work is the easiest work of my career. That's why consulting companies make money, showing companies what they fail and cannot see. And they get to be the bad guy, Sandra. They get to be the bad guy. They get to say, hey, we really didn't want to fire anybody, but the advisory company, they told us we got to let y'all go. Oh my God, that's some good tea. Hold on one more time. Little mint majesty. You're at Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of 5 pumps of honey. Okay. San Diego, California, he chilling. All right. If they're not looking for you on LinkedIn, you need to reassert your market value. Yeah. Reassess immediately. Come on. It's a game changer. I had companies calling me from all over Texas. I was like, okay, this is not what this person asked for. They asked for a job in this city. Let me help them get what they need. But yeah, when people say, oh, recruitment is so hard now, I'm like, is it? Half of y'all using AI to recruit people and do stuff and apply for stuff. But let me not tell everybody's business on that one. Come on. Child, please. You don't even do in-person interviews or let on. I've personally for tech did Zoom call. The first one I was a phone call. The second one was a Zoom. The third was like, hey, here's your laptop. Have a great day. Trust me, these people, these companies is like, they ain't got time to be looking at you. They always had too many managers at Amazon. I worked at Amazon's sort center, and we had an on-site manager, at least 7 area managers, and 10 process assistants for a 4-hour sort. That's crazy. And if you look at Walmart promotes from within, which is good. So does Amazon. Walmart is like, once you're in the Walmart ecosphere, there are women in Walmart who started at 20 years old. They're now 30 and they're managers over crews of people. And you're like, and I'm not talking about the grocery store, I'm talking about the technical side in Arkansas. And that comes from, they're just pushing people through the pipeline. That's why when y'all like, I'm going to go back to school and I'm going to get a master's degree and I'm going to get this other certification, I'm like, let the company pay you. Because if they really believe you that person, you that girl, you that guy, hey, we need to get him up to snuff. All this is a pissing contest. We have 27 managers with MBAs. Our managers have this. We have reimbursements. Starbucks, you think Starbucks want to reimburse people? Starbucks is doing tuition reimbursement for one, tax write-offs, tax incentives, and also as you work your way up into Starbucks, they go, we promote from within. We picked Betty over there who has a degree and a master's degree, and she's been with Starbucks 5 years. I mean, it's a story that writes itself. Octopi is one, but there's 3 other ones. There's 3 other ones. I don't family should what? Okay. Okay, I don't know this out. Well, they need to let UPS pick up our return for free. Interesting. Fear and faith can't live together. That's true. I saw one of those videos the other day. The son came out the house, moved like 10 bricks for the lawn care. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching the video and I'm like, clearly capable, clearly moving around, functioning. So you're basically sitting in the house like hermits and just kind of emoting in the house. That's crazy. It's crazy. Sounds like Amazon is going to use AI and automation to replace. Listen, Dr. Dix, we got to do another automation show. I literally found some new software. It wrote up. I said, I need my staff to do this. That thing wrote the whole playbook out. It wrote a whole manual. I was like, my gosh, that's crazy. You don't even got to go tell your staff, okay, you guys, we really need everybody to get on board. Okay, these are the new initiatives at work. Like, we ain't got to do that. Did you read the email? Did you read the printout? Follow the printout. Thank you. Have a great day. Listen, I'm still getting strikes on that video. I know they mad. For those who believe the longshoreman should get $250,000 for moving boxes, I hope you are willing to pay your average moving company $30,000 for your 10-mile move. Listen, I think last time I paid the moving company, it was a pod, and this is how crazy it is. It's not even like a team of dudes no more. The guy backed up with this truck. The truck had an arm on it. The arm picked up, dropped the pod down, and he's like scooting with a remote control. Dropped it down. It was $130 for that. He leaves. I call the 2 men in the truck guys. They come. They have a service. If you pay them extra $500, they'll box your plates and dishes up for you and put it all together and put it away. And I'm like, nah, I want to touch my own stuff. Because, sometimes I'm going to go there for a second and be sexist. Men just be throwing stuff, like cavemen. Be like, baby, calm down. So long story short, I didn't pay for the extra. And then for them to move, them boys was slinging boxes so fast into that pod. It was crazy. But I want y'all to understand, when y'all sit here and say that, moving companies is one of the easiest middleman to millions we talk about, because there's so many times they call moving companies and they don't get a pickup. They're not available that day. They need assistance. They need somewhere to store. All that stuff is really remote too. very AI based with moving companies at this point. So if you're in the middleman of millions school group, I can go do the rundown because I put it in the poll the other day. I can put it in the rundown. I literally can give you my friend's franchise tips for moving companies if you want it. So Amazon is ballsy to cut folks right before holidays unless the cuts are staggered out. So the cuts won't technically happen in December. This is the niceness of Amazon. These cuts are going to happen at the beginning of the year. Now, if I'm a manager at Amazon, it is October. They just told me at the beginning of the year they will be doing cuts. What does this tell me as a person who's studying economics and microeconomics? It tells me for certain, if we are in such a great economy, I wouldn't be letting people go in January. What happens in January? I know y'all gonna play me like y'all don't understand. January to March, Amazon makes a ton of money again. Now, of course, fourth quarter is ball out, ball out, ball out, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Today, even today, if you're in our Digital Liberty Warriors group, I put together a seasonal cookbook because my boo told me to. I put together a seasonal cookbook and was like sharing him, look, baby, look at what you think, right? Literally threw that thing together on Canva in like less than 30 minutes, found some photos, knocked it out. I'm going to show y'all what I put together. If you're in the Digital Liberty Warriors, you'll see it. And all those things work. I literally saw some girl the other day talk about soups, and I was like, anti-inflammatory soups? I sure enough clicked that button and bought it. That's why I don't think y'all understand, like the PDF, the digital game, things you can control and promote. Really what you're doing now is, are you going to pay $5 a day for a couple of days for people to see that product? Are you going to go make some UGC content, pay, $200 for 4 different girls to make videos? I got this digital cookbook, girls, the best book ever. You know what I mean? Are you going to do that? Right? So this is where that starts coming in. Are you going to spend $1 a day on YouTube ads, which YouTube is like so freaking cheap right now. It's weird. It's fourth quarter and it should be more expensive. So I don't know what's going on, but I think it's a lot of people using the software ad blocker. And YouTube's like, you know what? You want an ad block? More ads. Take them again. Throw them up in there. I don't know. It's crazy. And so showing a lot of that in Digital Liberty Warriors over the next 2 weeks. And some of our live training coming up. If you're in the Wealth Wednesdays, we have the PDF out. And I think I have the map coming out, or I should put it in the Facebook group, of the Texas areas I told you that's going to have a ton of money flushing and a ton of construction. We're still trying to get our guests on to the studio. Fancy time for us to talk about land and ranching and how it's a big thing. Like, there's so many things happening in this cycle as about to come over to January. For Amazon to say, we're going to lay off the top of the year. 2 things. Donald Trump gets in, the next day they're going to be like, we're in a recession. How about that? They're going to be like, take that, right? And then they'll complain about him being the worst president the second time around, whatever. If Kamala wins, oh, Jesus. Hold on a second. I got cussed out earlier by a lot of older African-American ladies about this. But if Kamala gets in, they're going to be like, we got to do something because the economy is terrible. And I'm going to help y'all. And it's going to be the worst help ever. It's going to be just absolutely disastrous. So long story short, that's what's about to happen. They're going to tell you in January it's a recession, when I can tell you from financial groups, mortgage lenders, loan brokers, loan providers, that October 2023 was when the recession started. My mailboxes, we have 4, okay? Our mailboxes between the office and here, I'm talking about flooded, inundated with offers, loans. You could say, hey, housing, this, new construction, private money people, bridge loan people, all these people we followed up with over the years, wholesalers. All of a sudden, July, August, the beginning of September, our mailboxes were dead. Like, we would go and be like, is our mailbox blocked? Did we not pay our bill? Is the mailman been running? It's like 90% of our, what we would consider junk mail or businesses marketing mail, just died. It just died. And I was like, I bet if we call some of these old, because we keep some of the stack of cards just as a backup. I said, I bet if we call half these loan brokers, some of them ain't in business no more. I bet if we call some of these wholesalers, they're not in business no more. And I just knew. That's why when people sit here and argue with me about what they want to do and how they want to run a business, I go, listen, baby, I've been consulting people too long. The most logical step, I have to stop and consult myself sometimes. The most logical step is go through it. Whatever it is, if you're on the up part of this cycle or the down part. If you're getting ready to lose the job, go hard into the new thing. Whatever that is. Don't mope. Don't, oh my God, they fired me. Like, let that go, because it's going to be a 2-year window of that. You're going into a climate where it's 2-year window where it's going to be rough to be hired. It's on the business owner side. If you're at the point in the marketplace where you're like, hey, Eric, I'm ready to go buy a commercial building. And here's part of why I'm talking about this like this. I have several African-American friends who want to buy commercial buildings, and they felt like, I don't want to build new construction, the time, the delays, the permits. A lot of them are like, less than 1% of Black people own any commercial property in the United States. And I go, yeah, it sucks. And now the people is begging, hey, we'll take some owner financing. You will. We'll take some creative financing. You will. You and your friends that came by, was y'all interested in the building still? And you'd be like, oh, that people we talked to you about a year ago? Yeah. You told us to get the hell out of there. I did, but I was thinking about y'all, and I was seeing if y'all was interested in buying this. And I promise you, that's what's happening left and right, especially in the DFW area, especially as people move out of the center part into Prosper and the other parts of Texas. And Salina, Texas is on fire. So a lot of the people who hold it, right? And they're like, I'm not going to sell until they give me $1 million. And now they're like, hey, big head. I'm thinking, maybe your offer wasn't so crazy. And now, hey, the game's changed. And I know people will say, well, Erica, it doesn't matter what you think. Whatever the price, if I believe the price is this, I'm going to hold on. Baby, I want you to do that. Because I know what happens every fourth quarter. Kids, Christmas, people need money. If they can't hold out till tax time, they get like, hey, what you got for this? What you got? I'm willing to go ahead and let it go. Oh, you are. Like every year with them cars. They sitting up there with broke down half used cars in their yard. Oh Lord, they only want to give me $2,000 for this car. It's worth $5,000. To who? To you. So these managers that think they're worth $100,000, $220,000, $80,000, to who? To what company outside of Amazon? Are you going to Walmart? What big company are you going to that's going to make you follow the rules? There's 350 people here. I'm not asking for a lot. Hit the like button. If you're enjoying the commentary, drop a 1 in the comments. Keep it simple, right? Because even here in Austin, I'm seeing the drying out of money. Some of these areas is holding on by a thread. Like, oh God, what are the college students back? Great. The college students are back. Let's have college student discounts. Let's sell everything. I went to a Walgreens. That Walgreens was so slow. I looked in there. They had every little knickknack in every corner of that Walgreens. I'm talking about University of Texas hats, A&M stuff. I'm like, why is this Walgreens crap like this? I said, oh, they must be getting tight on money. They need us to buy all the junk. I walked by the Halloween section. It was already 50% off. I said, damn, Halloween ain't even hit yet. It's 50% off already. Now, your girl had to get a little baby pumpkin, and I put it in my cart, and I went on by my Disney. But I'm telling you, these companies are feeling the squeeze, even here in Austin. And what saves Austin? We're a $1 billion event, $1 billion plus a year event city. That's why COVID hurt. We were like, please move to Austin, walk around the park, something, because it's $1 billion plus to, they say 4 billion. I could believe that, but I'm just going to say $1 billion. Keep it simple. Between the hotels were fighting the Airbnb. They've been in a 5-year fight. They've been fighting with millions of dollars so hard. They're like, look, let's do a 5-year truce and we'll come back to it, because they ain't going to stop Airbnb in no Austin. They even got a building downtown now where they'll manage the rental for you. So what hotel going to fight this guy who just built almost $1 billion building? It ain't happening. Okay. We got Formula F1 here. We got international investors here. They ain't trying to hear that. They'll keep putting money up to fight the hotel industry. So long story short, what I said, we're in a $1 billion event city. We just had 71,000. They haven't finished doing the final counting. 71,000 people at ACL this past weekend. thousands of people flying in on top of the people that already live in the city. And usually we have about 25,000 people fly in for it. And I want you to understand, like, every hotel is full, right? Not just with the people coming for ACL, but also the people who are living in the hotels. Yeah, that's a big thing. We have migrants here. Earlier today, I'm gonna see if I can put the video up here on YouTube as a short. I drove past an RV park and I knew it was over there, but I was like, let me go be nosy. Let me go investigate. Investigative journalism. Man, I drove over there. I was like this. Oh my God. I'm talking about brand new and some leftover, what we call the previous years, maybe like 2021, 2022 RVs, over 200 of them. And guess what? It was full of Latinos. It was full of pickup trucks. It was full of F-250s, dualies. It was full of little local cars, little wheels cars, right? And I'm like, these are brand new RVs that are close to 30 to 40K that I know this person had to get for discount. They're plugged into the ground and every single one of these places are full. Then on the right side, they had what do you call it? Mobile home park. Whoever owns this slot, I really want to go back over with a camera, but you know, I'm working on my Spanish. I don't want nobody coming up on me because they got some dark Spanish people over there. I was over there like, Colombia? Venezuela? What country are you? Me and you are the same color. And when they, you know, people speak to you, you don't speak Spanish back, they looking at you like, what you doing over here? So this is a very clean, very beautiful. I took lots of video of it. RV park on one side and then mobile home park on the other, brand new mobile homes. And I said, damn, whoever owns this spot is making a killing. They're making a killing. Okay. They're making buku money on top of buku money. And if all these Latinos over here that are in this RV park eventually in 2 years to 3 years go, hey, I'm gonna go buy a house over here in South Austin. I'm gonna go buy a house up here in North Austin. Crazy money. Crazy money. I'm just going, just crazy money. Because right now, between what's happening with these storms, you know, look up cloud seeding, you know, that's on your own. You're going to have the next 2 years of people fixing stuff, repairing stuff, new construction. That's why this whole argument, the houses are going to come down in prices, Eric. And I'm like, they are? Tell me more. Tell me more. You have to be able to produce to make it. All that office gossiping and texting won't cut it. You need to provide tangible results. Facts on facts. Far West, yeah. We've been in a recession since early 2023. Quiet as it's kept, people know the monetary system and real estate. Yeah, they're trying to convince you that you're crazy for saying that there's a recession. There's no such thing. Nobody said it was a recession. We have people filling up hotels, burning up credit cards. Credit card debt is as high as it's ever been. You're wrong, Erica. Shut your mouth. Why is the dollar store struggling? Why is Dollar General struggling? Why is Walmart going to boom? Because people quit going to Target because they couldn't afford the price. They really couldn't afford the price to begin with, but they are at Walmart now. Why is Target offering $9 specials like it's 1994? Why are they going throwback? Just letting y'all, just do the math. Math ain't mathing. They trying to convince you we crazy. Very motivated seller. Just catching up. I work at McKinsey, not on the consulting side, but the cybersecurity. And everything Erica's saying is 100% true. Feel free to screenshot this. I'll post. Right there. Right there. Text that to me. Instagram. I'm on punishment on Instagram, but screenshot it to me. Screenshot it. Screenshot it to me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Put it to me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram suspension because I've been posting too much North Carolina and Kamala stuff. So I can't post it to my wall, but I can post it in my stories. That's why I keep telling y'all, I'm like, you need to have email list. You need to have multiple ways to connect. You need to have different Facebook accounts. You need to have an ads manager. That's why, like, the 2 brands I put out, they're faceless. If you're the Digital Liberty Warriors group, you should see me put something on them. They're faceless because I don't want the algorithm going, that's that heifer, Erica Williams. Block it. Block it. Oh, Lord. I do not teach Sandra Fraser. I do not teach it. I brought Eric Coffey on. He has a conference coming up November 14th and 15th. I would recommend you hop with him and go to that conference, or hop on any of his training he has available on his YouTube channel. Again, it's Eric Coffey, Coffie, Eric Coffey. I want to know how many of these managers were women versus men. You know, I would say more men than women. I really believe so, even at Amazon. Stereotypically, men have gotten easier to management roles, even at hospitals. My aunt will be like, every time there'll be a male nurse, he's only been a male nurse for 2 years. All of a sudden, they're like, "You want to come to administration? You want to get promoted?" It's just a way of our system. Walmart pays for 2-year and 4-year education. There you go. Do you have a group for people searching for careers? The Breaking Into Tech group, a lot of people are in there searching for careers. Yes. Yes. If you have any recruiting skills, we might be able to partner something, work something out. Come on, listen, they still flagging that video. I'm still getting flagged right now for it. The Longshore video I uploaded was worth $1 million because it was the absolute truth. But if y'all hear me tell it, you don't know, you hate black people and black men, you're a horrible person. Earlier, I got cussed out because I said, somebody in our family said, "Oh, early voting, everybody. That means you too, Erica. Vote Kamala." I said, "I will not." I said, "We all have our own individual vote." They're like, "Oh, you got to be careful. People crazy out here. They'll wish curses on you if you don't agree with how they think." That's why group think is scary. That's why there's a great story, and I shared it on Facebook. It's a guy called Joe. Oh, shit. Damn it, I forgot his name. He was an ECU football player. He went to the Cowboys in 1990s, and they thought he was he not a bust, but not well. And come to find out, he told the story to the writer that he basically was born. His mother was holding him as a baby. His daddy shot the mother with a shotgun. He was just bouncing house to house as a kid. His brother wanted him to do an armed robbery with him, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm not gonna do it. I got football practice." Goes, makes it through high school, goes to ECU, gets drafted 26, I don't know what round, I think it was second round, 26, maybe the first round, to Cowboys. And every guy on the team hated him, called him a punk, cussing him out, because all he wanted to do was be a Christian, marry a wife, and have a house full of kids. And he said, if I could just make it in football, I could have enough money to get a wife and have a normal life. Because my childhood was so traumatic. And Michael Irvin cussed him out and told him he was a piece of S and he's a crap. And even Jimmy, the coach, Jimmy, whatever, y'all know who Jimmy I'm talking about? He's talking back to him. He gets traded to Washington Commanders, but Washington Redskins. And there's about before the game, and he's sitting there getting ready, and they're like, "Hey, Michael Irvin's outside." They're like, "What?" Hey, Michael Irvin want to talk to you. Because if you don't know, back then, the 1990s Cowboys was doing cocaine. Let me be very clear. The 1990s Cowboys was doing cocaine and looking for the strippers. Okay? I'll put it like that. They were doing cocaine and looking for the strippers. And he was like, "I ain't got time for this. I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to sit down. This is not what I came to do football for." Okay? So he's at Washington Redskins. Michael Irvin's knocking. "Please, can you bring him out before the game so we can go ahead before I put my pads on?" And he said, "Man, I just want to apologize to you. I was a piece of shit. All you want to do is work hard and live a quiet life and live a wholesome life. And I just was on drugs." You know what I'm saying? I just was struggling, and I'm trying to be more like you now. I just want to apologize man to man. And the guy was like, damn. He just was crying. Even retelling the story to the guy who wrote it in the book about sports, he was crying at a cheesecake factory, telling this story. And now he, of course, has a wife and 5 kids. And he's like, "This is the best thing ever happened to me." He's like, "I love going down eating breakfast with my kids. It don't even matter about football," right? So he lives in the Dallas area. And I just want people to understand. Well, he lives in Austin now. But at the time he was in Dallas area. He lives in Austin now. But it's one of these things where you're hearing people say something crazy. And when you say the truth, it hurts so bad. They're just like, F you. If you was the Cowboys in the 1990s, you did not need to be doing coke. You did not be wanting to be chasing the strippers. Your coach didn't need to be ragging on you. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff that was happening to him was crazy just because he wanted to choose opposite. And that's why group think is dangerous. It's very dangerous. It can hurt a lot of people. Listen, and I'll tell you this, and I mean this with 100%. If it wasn't for Michelle Obama, Obama would not be president. Everybody act like I'm being wrong on this. Black women were like, who this man? No, ears, light skin. Who this man? Obama, again, Iraq war, right? So all of a sudden, slide out with all that rump. Michelle Obama is like, what? You married a black lady? All right. And it wasn't like just a regular, I was talking about getting perms black lady, okay? And, not Vanessa White. What's her name? Vanessa Williams, who is a black lady. No disrespect. But I promise you, if Obama came out with a white wife, he wouldn't be president. Black people wouldn't have to vote. White people wouldn't have to vote. They've done polls on this. They've done studies on this. There is a guy, Allred. What's his last name? He's in Texas and he's running. They did a video commercial with him with his wife. It polls so badly. You never see his wife anywhere. They don't even got his wife on the website right now. They don't have his wife standing with them at events. They don't have his wife anywhere. Like every commercial he does now, he's by himself. He's like, my family's important. And I said, well, damn, how bad was the polling? The polling had to be atrocious for them to not let this woman ain't near anything he does now for nothing. Like you don't even see her on the campaign trail. He'll have his little mixed son beside him on the campaign trail. Nothing else. So when I tell people that, they always think, Erica, you're making it up. No, there's just a certain segment of voters that would not go for it. They would not vote. They would be like, I don't trust him. There's another black dude that they wanted to be the running mate for Donald Trump. And I said, I already know they weren't going to pick him. His wife is platinum blonde, big boob, stripper blonde. I was like, he ain't going. They're not picking him. Even though he's a strong black candidate that talks very well, very knowledgeable Republican, they will never pick him for that. We're not there yet. 15 years from now, don't matter. Right now, when your average baby boomer, quiet generation, 68 to 79-year-old voter is voting, it ain't happening. Just telling you now, it ain't happening. I'm telling you, it ain't happening. Rochelle, I have to stop and go, what would you tell yourself right now, Erica? You know better. What would you tell yourself to do? You have to do that sometimes. You got to just stop. I work at Amazon now, and I'm getting a operations certification. They are paying for it. I can use outside the company too. There you go. Let them play for it. You got to stop. Consult yourself. Come on, there you go. You already know. In Prosper now. Prosper is booming. Prosper's on fire. The Women's Golf Association's coming out there. What's that other place that's not Prosper? Is it Richardson? Not Richardson. Oh no, it's the other one I'm thinking of that's real popular right now outside DFW. Man, I can't even think of it. But it's one of the top. It's one of the top. It's one of the top. What is going on? Listen, Sandra Fraser, this is what I come to realize. Somewhere along the way, when the algorithm switched from liking live streams to doing pre-recorded content, I didn't switch with it. So I'm being punished. Stop. Bad, Erica. That's okay. The only other option, because I've been to several consults about this, is running a massive amount of ads and kind of like hiding more than a third of the videos. It's a very tedious process. And I just don't feel it's worth that. I don't feel it's worth it. And then the only other way too around that is probably a approximate like maybe 300, 400 interviews, and not even that many. You probably could do 30 on very prominent outside YouTube channels. So then that so many people are hitting this algorithm for this person from other sources that it resets you kind of in the algorithm. But they got me right here. So much so when I went to go take all the tech videos off this channel and put them on a separate channel, they immediately flagged that channel after 2 days. I said, whoa, okay, yeah, I'm in the doghouse. Okay. Oh, yeah. Buy one, give it. I was going to do a whole YouTube video on Wendy's. Wendy's has for the rest of the year, we have 90 days in the year, or a little less by now. Somebody tell me how many Wednesdays do we have left in the year? But for the rest of 2024, Wednesdays at Wendy's, they will have free chicken nuggets. I'm like, what are the chicken nuggets made of that we're giving free? Chicken nuggets. October, November, December. It might be buy one, get one free, but I think it's free chicken nuggets on Wednesdays. And they saucing the nuggets. They got unsauced nuggets. I'm like, what is those nuggets made out of? What horse factory are those chickens coming from? What leftover bull leg are those chicken nuggets made out of? I need to know. Because Wendy's chicken nuggets would be the best. Wendy's fries used to be really good too. So just think about that. Wendy's is giving. Yeah, somebody put in the chat how many Wednesdays we got left in the year. They're giving free chicken nuggets for the rest of the year. Why? They're trying to get them children hooked. They know McDonald's got chicken nuggets and children in the arm lock. They got them children thirsting and crackhead like for the damn chicken nuggets, okay? So I'm just telling you, already for me, that told me Wendy's is struggling. Wendy's done put breakfast on the menu. Wendy's done changed its hours. Wendy's is like, please. They got Dave Thomas back, IG and commercials. Like, damn, the man dead. Why y'all playing these old commercials? They need help. Wendy's is like, help us. I had to go to a construction site today. A young white girl was running the show. It was a mixed unit, 280 units. Let me tell you, I got to talk to a person who's over a construction. I don't know if I can say so much, but it's on South Congress. It's really nice. It's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful location. And he was saying how he's the main contractor over it, and how it's 4 women designers who had to come together to decide all these different things, right? And he's like, for the love of God, I've never been so annoyed by 25 to 30-year-old women in my life. He's like, they're smart women, they're great women. It's just 4 different women have to agree on this design layout, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm like, good luck to you, sir. It's gonna be a long month. It's gonna be a long month. But when I go to the opening, I'll take pictures. I'll let you guys see it. But it's on South Congress. It's got a very unique name. The name comes from an old strip club here in Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Oh no. Oh no. Thank you, Brandy. Hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Dang it. How long did I have no sound? Dang it. 15. How long was it? This little damn thing died. I knew I should have charged it longer. What's the last thing y'all heard? Tell me. The last thing y'all heard. Man, I tell you. Thank you, Brandy. Salute to Brandy. Man. Damn shame. Somebody tell me. Somebody said 5 minutes. How many minutes? Oh, Lord. Okay. Damn. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to go back AI. Oh, man. Lord, it's time for me to go to bed. That's what it is. Help me. Tech Tuesday. Help. This crazy. Dang. And it kept saying, it was like zoom, 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 like for comments. Damn. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank y'all. Not 10 minutes, man. Damn. Terrible. I'm so sorry. Somebody said in the meantime, what y'all having for dinner? Damn. Thank y'all. This is crazy. Oh, man. Thank y'all. Man, it's embarrassing. I'm so sorry. What's the last thing y'all heard? Damn. And I knew I should have charged that little mic up. I was like, well, it looked like it's green. Oh, shit. Okay, let me see. Damn. I'm glad y'all said something. Okay, chicken nuggets. Okay. Chicken nuggets. Wendy's chicken nuggets. Okay, great. Damn. Okay, shit. Chicken nuggets. Damn. All right. Good gracious, y'all. I was talking about the chicken nuggets because I was saying they had Dave Thomas in there, AI. They had they was adding breakfast to the menu. They done did everything they can do to revive a brand, is what I was saying. And I feel like Wendy's is doing what, as far as remodeling stores, all kind of stuff, changing hours. They're basically doing the last death kick. Okay? Damn. I went out on the Notary World comment. What was the Notary World comment? Shit. Just tell me what the comment was. Damn. Little M, Frisco, yeah. Some name for the building strippers, yeah. 4 women at a construction site, yeah. Oh, damn. See, that's why the algorithm was messing with me. Okay. All right. Algorithm. All right, real quick. Algorithm. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me. Algorithm. Okay. Algorithm. I'm being punished for various reasons. I tried to take all the Tech Tuesday stuff and put it on a separate channel. Immediately within 2 days, they canceled the channel. They took the channel off, right? And so I know I'm in bad graces. Now, there are a couple ways to do it. I talked to a couple different consultants. We could shadow hide about half the content here, if not 1/3. Delete a ton of stuff, right? Or shadow hide it and get it down to like 200 videos. That's crazy, right? We could do that. Or we could also run ads a particular way they're doing it. A lot of people are doing it. Or two or three. We could go on a 30 really big podcasts and run traffic to those videos and run like, hey, did you see that video? Did you see this? There's a couple different ways people can play with it. But at the end of the day, end of the day, it's like the channel's done a lot for me where it's at now. I realize I'm gonna have to do a combination of advertising um, and podcasts. And that's basically. Can y'all hear anything now? Or no? It's still bad. Fast forward. Fast forward. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Uh, It's been crazy. So sorry about the audio. We gonna have to try this again. I got a new laptop at the office. We're gonna plug that in tomorrow, and we'll see what the audio sounds like. It's a crazy day, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired, but I hope this was helpful. Sorry about the audio. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much, Brandy. I appreciate it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I didn't cover today, and I apologize. But essentially, over the next 2 years, there's a really great big shift in the marketplace. I'm hoping you guys will be able to hop on a train or a vehicle that will provide a lot more income to you, whether that's stocks, that's notary, that's sales, that's tech, whatever it is. You might want to get on the top part of the train. If you're in the Middleman to Millions group, we're talking about several different companies this week. If you're in the Digital Liberty group, we're talking about the 2 brands I'm creating and some other opportunities. We're talking about the cookbook I created like in 30 minutes with Canva and other techniques. Um, Stop it, Shannon. Um, but hopefully, we'll see you guys later this week on the new laptop and new audio. Hopefully, that'll work better. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. All right. So, anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica, Classic Unwatched. Good luck to you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Later.